In my previous video, I said that the gaming industry largely does not prioritize hardcore gamers. But is this consistent across all the industry? My answer to that is yes, but. In fact, I think "but" with an asterisk is becoming my catchphrase on this app. Prioritizing casual consumers does not necessarily mean that hardcore gamers can't get what they want. Like, yes, across all regions, across all levels of the industry, people are looking to sell their games to casual consumers. But you can make a game that is targeted to casual consumers that is also built for the hardcore gamer. Take Divekick, for example. Divekick is a game that, to outward appearances, is made for the casual consumer. It is a 2-button, super simple indie fighting game that has guest characters from other indie games like Nidhogg and bigger games like Saints Row. It is something anyone can drop $5 or $10 on and have a fun time with their friends. But it is also a super cool game competitively. It has a ton of fighting game inside jokes. It was built by pro fighting gamers, and it satisfies the hardcore crowd. It has everything hardcore fighting gamers want, but it is still targeting the casual gamer. It can just target both at once. And that's why it's important to know why normal consumers are the target demographic for most games. Because the way you end up pleasing a hardcore crowd is not by prioritizing them over the casual market, but rather finding ways to bring those demographics closer together. You want to find things that will please your hardcore crowd and simultaneously please the normal random consumer. And in the process of doing so, you end up informing that consumer as they play your game. And then that informed consumer does a lot of work for you via word of mouth, via creating events for your game, via participating in the community, so on and so forth. And this grassroots community building ends up reaching out to more random consumers to try your game. Now, there are always exceptions to the rule. There are studios out there that are looking at a hardcore demographic and saying, you know what, screw everyone else, we're just going to appeal to the hardcore demographic, and if anyone else wants to buy our game, then fine. These, however, are usually indie passion projects, and they usually die pretty quickly, but you know, that's enough for some developers, so I can't criticize them. But if you want a game that simultaneously appeals to common people and to a really dedicated fan base, then you have to work your hardest to make one become the other. And that's easier said than done. But if you can do it, that's great, because once again, hardcore gamers are guaranteed sales. And guaranteed sales are exactly what everyone's looking for.